the United States is considering whether to delist the MEK. In other words, the meetings are taking place. Should it happen? Should it not happen? There are many more experts on this issue, military, national security, that can say more about this. It seems to me it's clear they should be delisted. It seems to me that courts and international public opinion and the European Union and many others around the world feel that what we need now is to strengthen the Iranian resistance, to strengthen the ability of those that want democracy and speak for democracy to be moving forward. I mentioned the situation in Syria. What does this have to do with Iran? Well, it has to do a lot with Iran. Syria is a client state of Iran. Syria is supported by the government of Iran. Hamas, Hezbollah, with weapons, with international funding, with support. And the client state of Iran, Syria, is in trouble. Maybe Assad will hang on a little longer, but eventually the tyrants in history go down. And I think it's just a matter of time. Lastly, I will go to international, European, and U.S. policy towards Iran. Now, I know that talks with Iran have failed. The international community wanted them to stop their nuclear weapons, as they should. But Iran refused. The talks in Turkey, they laughed at the international community. They led the international community on. Oh yeah, we'll have a dialogue. Not a thing. Nothing. So they continue with their nuclear ambitions, which are unacceptable to the international community, which should be. But what has changed in the last year is sanctions, because more countries are involved, are starting to work. They're including oil embargoes by some countries. They're including banking sanctions. They're including the Iraq Central Bank. They're including ways that money is transferred, to the point where Iran made a very irresponsible threat that they were going to block the Straits of Hormuz for oil shipments to come in. And thankfully, the international community and the United States has contingency plans, and Saudi Arabia stepped in and said, we're not going to let this action of Iran jeopardize oil shipments. It is still a very dangerous situation. But Iran is taking those very irresponsible steps because it's being bit, and things are different. They're starting to feel the international pressure. They're starting to feel their client states in Syria get squeezed. So it's a little bit of a different situation, and this is the time to put the pressure on. This is the time to make some tough decisions. This is the time to protect human beings at Camp Ashraf. This is the time to have this coalition of the European Union and the United States and individuals like you ensure that the resistance, that the group that is assembled here by Mrs. Rajavi stays strong, remains strong, uses social media, uses young people, uses women, uses the message that is being sent by this conference. And so I am here once again with you, and I want to thank those that have been on this issue long before I had. Thank you.